What's going on, guys? I'm the Walrus Jedi, and in today's video I will be talking Star Wars Clone Wars, the micro series, and this is my 20th anniversary video for that. So since this November it'll be 20 years since that came out. So yeah. And this show was created by Genndy Tartakovsky of Samurai Jack fame and George Lucas. And this series ran for 3 seasons on Cartoon Network. Seasons 1 and 2. The episodes were 3 to 7 minutes long, and season 3, the episodes were 12 to 15 minutes long. And this series released from November 7th, 2003 to March 25th, 2005. Kind of leading up to Revenge of the Sith. If you like this video, then please consider liking and subscribing for other Star Wars videos. And there will be spoilers for this show. So if you haven't seen it and want to watch it and are worried for spoilers, here's your spoiler warning. Now, a brief recap. It begins with a campaign against Munilinst, home of the intergalactic banking clan. Obi-Wan leads the ground forces while Anakin leads the space forces. And ARC troopers are used to kind of clear the way for the main force. And then we also see Kit Fisto on Mon Cala, Asajj Ventress's introduction, Mace Windu on Dantooine, Yoda and Padme rescue Luminara Unduli and her Padawan Barasafi on Ilum, and Obi-Wan leading his forces in dealing with the Gendai Dirge. He defeats Dirge and secures a surrender. Anakin pursues Ventress to Yavin 4, and they duel, with Anakin coming out the victor. We then go to Hypori, where several Jedi, including Ki-Adi-Mundi, Shaak-Ti, and Aayla Secura, are trying to survive an encounter with General Grievous. The ARC troopers are sent to Hypori to rescue who is left. They find Aayla Secura and Shaak-Ti, but Ki-Adi-Mundi is still dueling Grievous. They fire at him, and he flees due to overwhelming firepower. They leave. The Council decides to knight Anakin as they need more knights. We then witness several scenes where the Chosen One causes victory wherever he goes, including on a planet where the Republic had been there for a month, and he finds a way, and him and Obi-Wan go through the sewer and basically shut down the shield, and that's the victory. And then the Separatists attack Coruscant, and Obi-Wan and Anakin, following a poor lead on General Grievous, so they get sent on a wild bantha chase to Nelvon to see if Grievous is still there. Though Grievous is not on Nelvon, Anakin helps the Nelvonians take out a Techno-Union laboratory, and Yoda and Mace Windu lead the Republic forces on the ground as Saesee Tiin leads the forces in space. Grievous heads for Palpatine to take him, but Shaak-Ti and 2 other Jedi make him work for it. He does take Palpatine in the end, though, but Mace arrives just in time to crush Grievous's chest, causing him coughing issues. Anakin and Obi-Wan are recalled to Coruscant immediately to save Palpatine, and that's where the show ends. What I liked, Mace Windu in this is an absolute beast. Even without his lightsaber, he's punching super battle droids and forcing waves and waves of droids, and it's like he obviously doesn't need a lightsaber to deal with droids. So yeah, and that's kind of the case with this show, is the Jedi are pretty overpowered. You could almost say that they feel a little bit like that they've got like superpowers, but it's fun. So the ARC troopers are amazing in this. They're very elite, and very efficient, and bad news for any droids or separatist forces if they're sent, because they're clean and efficient and they mean business, and they're very impressive, and they don't really talk a whole lot. We're introduced to them, and they're doing like hand signals and all that to complete the mission, so they're pretty impressive. There's a reason why they were called to save those Jedi from Grievous. So, and in this, General Grievous is he's a monster. On several occasions we're shown him crushing clones, Jedi, with his feet, their heads and stuff like that, and he's brutal. 5 Jedi against him are nothing. He can take them pretty easily, and he's pretty impressive. And he kidnaps Palpatine pretty efficiently, even though the Jedi give him a little bit of a chase throughout Coruscant. So yeah, Kit Fisto, he goes on a little journey to Mon Cala and leads the Republic forces in aiding the Mon Calamari against the Separatists and the Quarren. So yeah, and we do see a version of this in the 2008 Clone Wars, but it's obviously way different. And that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm a little biased. It's cool that Kit Fisto has a little moment to shine in this. And the Anakin and Asajj Ventress, their duel on Yavin 4 is awesome. It's pretty cool. It's probably, as far as duels, 'cause there's not a whole lot of lightsaber duels in this. I mean, yeah, you have the Jedi fighting Grievous and that, but I think that's the standout duel. It's pretty impressive, on Yavin 4, which is, I think, a cool location. And there's, at one point, it begins to rain, and as the raindrops hit the lightsabers, they crackle and steam, and it's kind of cool. And Anakin's pretty brutal, and so it's pretty impressive duel. Then you have Saesee Tiin leading a boarding party as one of the Venators during the Battle of Coruscant is getting destroyed. So Saesee Tiin, along with several clones, board a Separatist ship and take it, and then use it to help destroy other Separatist ships. It's kind of fun. It's a little over the top, but I think it's practical because he's in a suit and the clones are wearing their armor. So, I don't think it's as outlandish as if it was in live action. Then you have Obi-Wan jousting Dirge. This just looks awesome. Now, does it really make sense when they should just be using guns? Firing their blasters or whatever, instead of just using lances. But hey, I like medieval stuff, and jousting is cool. So, and it looks awesome. So, and Obi-Wan is in, like, he's wearing this cool armor, and he's got a cape, and it just looks awesome. One thing that you can say is this show has some cool, interesting visuals. So, then you have the Battle of Coruscant on the ground, where you have, Yoda and Mace Windu leading the forces, and we just get to see the general battle that, the Separatists are doing. Yoda's riding his Kybuck and helping the clone forces, and Mace Windu is, in classic Mace Windu fashion in this show, punching droids and riding a vulture droid, controlling it by grabbing some wires and stuff like that. It's awesome, to say the least. Then you have Shakti's last stand. Not that she dies or anything, but it's just before Palpatine gets taken, and Shakti she gives it basically her all. And yeah, she doesn't die because General Grievous is in a hurry. Otherwise, he easily could have killed Shakti, but he's in a hurry. So, but yeah, so she bests several Magna Guards, but there's just so many Magna Guards, and the only reason that they retreat is Grievous has Palpatine. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Anakin getting knighted is, this is a really cool scene, and this is by far the best scene of a Jedi getting knighted that we've ever gotten in Star Wars, to my knowledge. And it would be really cool to get it in live action somewhere. But yeah, so to my knowledge, we've gotten it in this. That you see Cal getting knighted in, Jedi Fallen Order, and obviously Kanan getting knighted in Rebels. And there's probably other instances, but that's as far as I know. If there's any that I missed, please in the comment section down below tell me. But this is the best knighting scene, and yeah, we get the full enchilada, So yeah, I'd love to see this in live action. So yeah, and in this show they really utilize the Force. We see a lot of Force pushing and crushing and all that, and even you see some Force lightning, but you also see a very underutilized ability in Force speed, or basically enhancing your running, so you run faster, so you can get places quicker. This is a very underutilized power that I don't understand why it doesn't get used more, and it's just nice to see it more often. And then the last thing on what I liked is this little scene that I'm just going to play right here. It's very comical, so here you go.
I wonder how many they'll send. We've got so much firepower in here, these walls are ray-shielded. They can't take this far. It'll probably be 50 Jedi. They'll need at least that many. No, maybe 100 Jedi. They'll never take this base with less. They'll need an army of Jedi.
I have a visual.
Jedi?
I think so.
How many? 1,000?
No.
80?
No, sir.
What? 50?
Less.
40? Come on, how many?
2.
What? Give me those!
And now, what I didn't like. My only issue with this is I feel like the fact that it's a micro series, so the episodes are really short, is that, yeah, like, it's just too short. Basically, it's just pure action, which is fine. Action's good, but sometimes it would be nice to slow down and kind of flesh things out and do a little more world building. And yeah, and also I wish there was more. Like, Clone Wars is a very awesome time period, and I know we have the 2008 series, but I like the 2D animation style. I wouldn't say no to more 2D animated Clone Wars, or even just Star Wars in general. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, yeah, and it's kind of hard to believe that this show is 20 years old. So yeah, well, it's been a pretty cool 20 years, and yeah. What did you think of this video? Yeah, what is your favorite scene in the micro series of Clone Wars? Tell me in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, thanks for watching.